All right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see, game number 2 upon us here. We got this best of the 5 Reason Gaming versus Team Who here for the Deadeye Bounty League. Of course, Team Who up 1-0 in this best of 5 series. So looking forward to seeing what happens now in game 2. Reason responds. Joined by St. Rocks once again as my co-caster. And already developing into the draft here. Definitely an interesting start on this one. By the way, the bans were Midas, Warbeast, Tremble, and Puppet Master. So some respect coming out there from Reason. Some reaction to the last game. But Swiftblade first pick by Reason, but then Flux first picked by Team Who. Magnus into then Rhapsody again. But Flux first pick, very interesting there.
I mean, that's a really strong mid laner. He can be laned. Usually Flux is laned in mid as a solo or as a dual laner. I think Flux Rhapsody is going to be almost unkillable by any Magnus combination you can find, unless Rhapsody is the one that gets caught. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think Serta's got his first win in a tournament with Tremble, and now it's banned again. No more Tremble for you.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. Valkyrie picked up, so that's going to be possibly a Valkyrie trial lane with Magnus, Valkyrie, and a support. Swiftblade in a solo lane, and then another solo laner.
It seems like that's kind of been a trend as of late. These Valkyrie tri-lanes have kind of been picking up some steam on the competitive scene.
I mean, I see them in scrims from time to time. They're not the strongest there is, but Valkyrie still has a decent potential when it comes to carrying, especially when she gets a good start in the tri lane. But yeah, let's see what they got. Clanks. Clanks is not that strong in a tri lane, so. Interesting. I'm not sure what they're going to be looking for here. I think the trial is a definite possibility, and Slaskadoo need to take that into account that his short lane might get locked down really hard.
Yeah.
So I mean, he has a Flux that is really good 1v1. Like Flux wins a lot of the 1v1s. Yeah, I mean, I think he needs to cover himself in a little bit more. That's a Ophelia ban from Imberboy. He's not going to have another Death Ball pushy lineup coming in his face. Nymphora and Moira. Moira wasn't picked in the first 6 pick. That's a new one. That's not every day you get to see that. She has been very, very, just...
Popular hero, yeah.
Popular, exactly. Like a god-tier pick, some would say. And now she is banned in the second banning phase instead.
Well, I'm noticing what Reason's doing. I think it's even making it more evident of what their plan is at the trial lane, because they banned Parasite, Ophelia, as you mentioned, and even Cthulhu Fawn on top of that. So they're banning all these junglers here. And there you go. Andromeda picked up, so...
It screams trial lane, what they did right there. Banning junglers, getting Andro for a good setup stun, Magnus as well, and then Valkyrie. I mean, that's a really strong trialing right there. Then they have Swiftblade. That's going to be almost impossible to kill in a 1v1. And he's most likely going to be doing just fine. And then their next pick is probably going to be it's going to be another good solo. Question is, what are we going to see? Omi. I think Sane is going to be playing the Swiftblade, would be my bet. And then Omi needs a hero for mid lane. Kraken could be a possibility here if they want to get a little bit of team fight.
Yeah.
Oh, the Flux NG combo coming out here for Hellborn. That's definitely something to be reckoned with.
Wow, didn't even realize that until you mentioned that. Yeah, they get the engineer support. So, but that also makes a point that they're pretty aware too. Again, getting more of the dual support options here, and engineer, of course. And now, if they match up against the trial lane here, if that ultimately comes together. Man, I want to see NG go these mines, because we talked about that a couple times here. And I know Shorecan, in fact, I was talking with him on the co-cast, as a co-caster recently. He agreed with me big time that the mines are just so powerful, especially in the trial lane. So I would think that they would take advantage of that.
They deal 175 damage level 1.
Yeah, and it's AoE.
And it's AoE, so that could definitely work. But regardless of him going mines or not, I don't see them winning the trial lane. There's like too much damage coming out from Magnus, Valkyrie, and Andro to stand up, and that's a bubbles. Okay, Omi's going to be playing the bubbles, I guess, or is he?
Probably. I mean, he is known for playing the bubbles here. It wouldn't surprise me to say the least.
we go. Yes. And on the other side, we got Clanks, Rhapsody, Engineer, Flux. Then they're gonna get another solo, or they're gonna lane Clanks in the solo lane. I I want to say that maybe if they get like a strong tri-laner right here, let's see what's left. Hmm.
Well, this is.
Gauntlet could
I think they
work.
would want maybe a suicide to be honest, because could you do
I
like
was thinking,
you sent Clanks in mid, you got Flux, Rhapsody, NG top, and then you have a suicide here to finish.
that could work. That could work as well. Like laning Flux in a tri-lane wouldn't be bad
Yeah.
by any means, but Kronos. So that's probably
Okay.
what they're going to be doing.
Wasn't expecting Kronos though with that final pick.
He's pretty good with the Clanks sitting outside the bubble and just shooting in.
Well, you
But
got
they did
NG
nerf his ulti.
Flux. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
true.
exactly. But the ulti got nerfed, so they take 75% of the total damage when they're inside the bubble.
But
That
if
was the fix to Kronos.
Yeah, but if they're locked down for that long and you're able to deal that damage,
Yeah,
even if it's
yeah.
nerfed, it's still good damage, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
I still think that stands.
But it does depend on them landing these very important shots. And if Bubbles gets on Kronos in a fight and silence him, there's a good chance that the Suicide Kronos is going to get locked down and killed before he gets off his ulti.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some good team fight coming out from Hellborn. I really like it. And compared to recent gaming on Legion, they have a really strong, a little bit more roamy lineup with a lot of strong spells, but nothing really like it's not a team fight item per se. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think Team Who can take this game if they go late, and even late mid game.
Absolutely. I mean, Clanks is. I think Quincy has pointed out a couple times that Clanks, I want to say, has like the highest GPM out of any carry, average that is, and
Yeah, I mean,
just because of
he
how
farms
quickly.
really, really, really fast. Yeah,
Yeah, you get the Thunderclaw on him. His Goon Squad is Lackey specifically. It just helps him assist farm so quickly.
it's a nice ward from Slaskadil. It caught all 5 recent gaming players moving around in their jungle. Conquer has been slain.
Just kidding.
You hate seeing that message, and then the actual Conqueror has been slain pops out. You're like, oh god,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be level 2 now, and one guy is gonna be sitting with a token. Not cool.
Look at what Team Who's doing here, because they got Clanks right now going bottom.
Oh, they're dodging the tri-lane. I
Well,
like that.
they're going tri-lane themselves bottom on top of that.
Oh yeah, but they're dodging the tri-lane in the sense that they have Kronos against the tri-lane. Usually
Yeah.
you would have like a Kronos or a Scout or something that can escape or is just generally hard to catch against the tri-lane, and that's going to nullify the tri-lane's efficiency. But however, Andro and Magnus are really strong at roaming, so Flux in mid lane. That's the reason why he put that ward up, because they're expecting the two supports to rotate toward mid. And look at that damage in bubbles. That was one spell from Flux and 2 auto attacks.
Jeez.
Yep.
His W is so powerful, that magnetic surge of his.
They're already coming here. They're already rotating, but he's going to be seeing them on the
Yep.
ward. It's just a matter of him getting into safety.
Yeah.
There
Hopefully
we
in
go.
time.
Bot
By the
lane,
way,
bot lane.
Swiftblade, yeah, I've been watching it down here. He's able to get the spin off, though, of course. They pretty much knew that, trying to bait it out, but he wasn't having any of it, so spin getaway is going to be fine. But yeah, here we go. Flux middle lane. He's like, yeah, I know you guys are there. He's got a ward aside to spot it all. So this gank's not going to be happening. And it really, I mean, Team Who, they made a fantastic decision here.
Yep.
As far as
That
lanes
was
go.
really well thought. They have a good strat. They have a plan, and they're following it through. The only problem is that they're trialing a Swiftblade that's going to be super hard to kill. But Surges will be secured farm. But for now, I don't see why we got NG and Rhapsody down here next to him. Unless they want to force the 2 supports down into the shore lane with a Swiftblade. I'd say they could easily like dual lane Flux in mid, and then like with the Rhapsody,
Yeah.
get some Disco Inferno up in there. Then Flux is going to be really tanky, maybe even too tanky to kill. But at least they had a plan. They wanted to dodge the tri lane, and they wanted to make sure that that Flux in mid didn't get ganked. And so far they're securing those goals, and that's a step of succeeding with a strat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I'm thinking right here, they're going to be sending, you would think, Andromeda and Magnus eventually to this bottom lane. But yeah, that's not even necessarily, because then you got a double melee lineup here.
Exactly, which is
bottom.
not that great either against a three-man ranged lineup.
What if they, well then on top of that though, they could go a step further, send Valkyrie bottom and then Swiftblade have him TP top or something. I guess just do like a flat out like ultimate
That
change
could work,
here.
but that's the beauty of that is you're forcing Recent Gaming to use either TPs on Valkyrie. She's not going to be farming.
Yeah.
She's going to be porting down there, and like basically, 3 people on Recent Gaming's side needs to move on the map instead of standing and farming in the laning phase. And that's the beauty of this. They're forcing Recent Gaming to make a choice here. Do we want to lose farm or do we want to phase lanes that we're not favored in? And that's a really smart move from Team Who.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a matter of Team Who when they're ready. Okay, there we go.
That was a strat pass.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, when
Everything's going fine, right, boys?
when
yeah.
one
yeah.
team
Okay,
says
let's
ready
continue.
and then the other
Flux
team
in mid.
doesn't respond for a while. Is he in trouble actually? No,
Yeah. I
he'll
mean,
be fine.
he's kind of in the wrong heading in the wrong direction here, map-wise.
Well, kind of, but he is going to have support coming over at the same time. So yeah,
Yeah,
Magnus
but
and Andromeda need to be careful. They
he
turn around.
was just forced away from his lane. Like he wants that awesome XP in mid,
Yeah.
and right now he's being forced away from it. Oh, body blocks
oh,
from
wow,
Nero.
those are some
Oh my
nice
God.
body blocks
He's
right
dead.
there. Magnus, though, no, he's
What? Tank it.
Magnus was very hesitant to try something there. In fact,
that
now
was
he
smart.
turns around to go for something else. Yeah, he did see the support coming, so perhaps a smart call. And Engineer now going to be gone. And we're going to see a bloodlust here. Who will get it's the question? Engineer locked in. It's going to be the Legion team, it looks like. Onmi gets credit for it, as Hugo Big gets credit for the next kill. But now they're trying to kill Flux. Is he tanky enough? No, he's not. He goes down. Magnus is going to fall, however. And in the big picture, a 2-for-2 exchange is how it will end up. I can't say I saw that coming.
That was just heads-up play from Tangafed. He was like, I don't want to go for Flux, boys. We're getting flanked. That was just... If he had gone for Flux there, Team Who could have swiped them.
Yeah.
Because Flux would have stayed alive under the tower for a while at least. And yeah, that was just really great plays from Tanka.
Yeah, you know, Team Who had that information to work with, too. They knew that gank was coming. Flux decided to run bottom. I will say the supports, they seemed like that they were, I don't know if they weren't communicating or whatever, but they were very delayed going over to Flux when he was running over as well. So I don't know if that was Flux's intention and they just weren't really communicating it or whatever. But bottom lane, Swiftblade, no, he's going to be fine. Andros here, and so is Magnus. In fact, Rhapsody, she's in trouble. She's in a lot of trouble right here. Magnus, he's going to go for Clanks, though. And there's the follow-up Comet stun, and that should be a quick kill. Look at that Goraton on top of that. Multiple times,
has
in fact.
boots, though. He has a chance here with his boots.
Oh,
But Comet Stun is up in 1 second.
Yeah, gonna chase him down.
There
There
we
we go. The Comet Stun hits. Couple more auto attacks later, and down goes Rhapsody. So this start has just looked big now for Recent Gaming.
This is their strength. Team Who is playing right into Recent Gaming's strength right here. They have a lot of good spells like Magnus Lava Surge, Andrew's Comet Stun, and Swiftblade Spin, Bubbles Q, and like Silence. They have a lot of spells that are relatively low cooldown, so they are good at fighting with in the early team fights. And Team Who doesn't have exactly the same. Like Rhapsody's stun is not that great level 1. Engi's stun is not that great level 1 either. It doesn't stun for that long. And Clanks doesn't even have a stun. So I think Team Who may be overextending here. They had a great plan, and now they need to play it a little bit slow, get out of laning phase decently, and then take the team fights.
Yeah.
The actual team fights with a Flux pole key, maybe even an Engineer pole key. That's where they're going to be. That's where they have their strengths.
Well, I will say it too. The downside of what they're doing here on top of it all, though, is unfortunately because they're down here in the long lane with Clanks especially. He's a known hero for transitioning into the jungle, kind of taking some stacks. That's not going to really happen here, at least that efficiently, like it could if he was instead in the short lane, as we've seen many of times before. So that also may hurt his farm potential.
Right now, Recent Gaming in this trial lane, they should be taking advantage of what you just mentioned. They can stack in the pool. And get some extra farm on their supports here. Swiftblade is not going to get killed by NG Andro. Like that's not going to happen. So they should be focusing on this. Flux rotating in with a haste.
Yeah, he's going to look for a jump right here. He's going to get a nice release up. No, he gets stunned just before, and they're going to react beautifully.
That was
In fact, the Valkyrie Prism even coming out just to guarantee the getaway. Yeah, that was well played. Good reaction on their part. I mean, they didn't have any vision necessarily down here, so they just kind of had to pick up on that. In fact, they go back in now on a Kalanks. There's Magmus stunning in. The invis lasting long enough. They get the kill on a Magmus. You see the mines coming out from Shorecan right there, but it doesn't matter. Setting up any kind of turn. So that's now 2 deaths. I think Team Who, they got to rotate here, because now this is just getting out of control.
Yeah, I agree with that. But problem is, where are they going to rotate? Are they going to rotate top? Because then the trialing, recent Gaming is just going to rotate their trialing up there. Then you have a Valkyrie with a Magmus and an Andro versus Kronos. Klangs. Like, it's not going to get better. Swiftblade or Valkyrie. Who do you choose?
Well, I mean, it's the idea, though, that at least you're in your short lane. Again, you can transition into the jungle, maybe get a little bit of farm right there, because, yeah, if Clank just keeps going bottom, then it's just nothing's going to come of it. Now, middle lane Flux, he is going to fall. Magmus doing some rotations here once again. Comes over, and obviously with him and Bubbles together, that's a very strong duo. And easily able to lock down Flux and eventually get the kill onto him. So 6-2 hero kill lead now as the snowball continues for Reason Gaming. And no doubt their lineup kind of speaks for that as well. It is that style of they get off to an early lead and take advantage of it. Magmus, beautiful play right there. He stuns Rhapsody just before she can get the rune. And eventually will chase him off. Klank's trying to assist, maybe get a counter kill actually. On a Bubbles, maybe chase it a little too far though. And ends up coming down from the Hawk is going to be fine, however. Oh, the arrow just missing. Yeah, tried for an arrow there.
Oh, yeah, I heard the zoom.
Yeah. But not close. Whoa, bottom lane, Swiftblade.
But they did rotate.
On the tower.
I mean, at least Clanks is rotating. And it looks like they're going to be forcing Kronos down there. Level 6 Kronos. They might get a... I think their idea is to get a kill with the Kronos ulti and then rotate Kronos to bot lane.
Okay.
But currently it's they need more than Clanks. Clanks is not going to be enough to burst Valkyrie, I believe. With level 1 bang, that's not going to do it. And now the trialing top. Recent Gaming realizes what's happening, and they're now trialing versus a trialing again. That's what that was my point.
Yeah.
Like now you're just facing a Valkyrie instead of a Swiftblade trialing. What do you prefer?
Yep, it's a difficult task. So what was looking to be actually a pretty... Well, I mean, it still was a great decision from Who the way they landed initially, but it's just...
Bot lane.
Play here from Reason has just been far superior. Now, bottom lane, Swift Slash is coming out. He's got some nice mines right there, but the spin's going to negate it. If that wasn't a spinning Swiftblade, he's probably a dead Swiftblade, but he was spinning. So, good attempt there by Shorecan, but it wasn't going to work against him, clearly. As top lane, Chronosphere comes out on Andromeda as they're diving, but you see it lasts so little, the reduced damage and everything, not nearly a kill happening. And, in fact, they're still in trouble themselves. Flux pulls or pushes back in Magmus at least to secure the kill on him, as now Andromeda's kind of left behind, and she's very likely going to be picked off in the end. But well, maybe they know she's here. Yeah, there's the mine, the Hawk coming down, and there we go.
Thanks, we'll have none of those
just with a double tap, so that'll help just a little bit.
Zane was so sneaky bot lane. He was ninjaing his way into the trees and just waiting for Engineer to step a little bit too far.
Yeah.
And then boom. And Flux is getting gone on by Bubbles.
No, they're chasing. Yeah, Swiftblade is running over too. There's the Kel'Thuzad to try to secure him in place. Swift Slash is not up though, remember. Kronos comes in fact. They are going to kill Bubbles. But Flux goes down in return. So nice 1-for-1 though.
Yeah.
Just took him with him.
I mean, we got farm on Swiftblade there and farm on Kronos there. So I'm not sure what I would prefer, but Swiftblade is definitely already way more farmed than Kronos is. Kronos is sitting at, 140 DPM, and Zane is sitting at 350 almost.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like a carry Swiftblade from the suicide position, technically. Even though he was short lane, that was sort of the suicide position until they rotate the trialing down there.
Yeah, Zane has done this plenty of times. You know, he has played Swiftblade plenty of times. And ultimately, if he needs his team to carry, or for him to carry, you know, he's definitely up to that challenge as he has been before. So, not surprised to necessarily see that here. But yeah, he's going that Abyssal Skull again. The nice team fight item. Recent Gaming kind of prioritizing that here. Valkyrie.
Oh,
sure he has the Energizer. Middle lane, Bubbles. Oh, wow, he puts the other way. He shell surfed in. And now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Probably going to be picked off. Yep, the Rev 4 will secure it right there.
So greedy. He shell surfed. Like, I was about to say that now, since they're not trialing top lane and they're not trialing bot lane, there's gonna be 2 supports running around trying to do like ganks, and Omi should realize that. So I was like, Bubbles is really hard to kill because he has a shell surf. But if you use a shell surf the wrong direction, you are not getting away. You're getting caught. Swiftblade.
Is that gonna be enough? Oh, yeah. So slashes. There's the spin. I don't know. He wasn't going to maybe turn kill, spin away, get killed by Kog'Maw. Oh, he does it. Good attempt, but in the end, Kronos does secure it. That was very, very close right there. Yeah, a little bit lucky. But actually, top tower, though, going down in the process for Reason Gaming. So, again, just saying overall, probably pretty happy with the way that played out, but still, kill for the Hellborn team. Yeah, but man. Look at Certes. He's up to 330 gold per minute now on Clanks. He's got a warp cleft here, so he has recovered, and actually he takes over Swiftblade as far as farm compared to him. Now, of course, Valkyrie's still about 100 GPM or so higher, but he is recovering.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but Clanks, again, he's going to need a lot of farm to deal with a Magnus, Andro, Bubbles. Like, Bubbles is so good against Clanks in TMM because Clanks doesn't go strong ahead in TMM. And then you can just ulti Clanks, and then he can't fly away from you, and then you kill him. And this game, in order for...
probably get a Shrunken.
Indeed. In this game, he will get a Shrunken, but that takes a lot of farm. It takes a lot of farm, and you also need the Thunderclaw on him, like, as he's building right now.
Yeah.
So
it's going to take some time.
Head is going to be delayed, and so, yeah, they can't really team fight right now. He's going to be sitting and farming. Magnus and Andro are scouted really hard by that Spider-Man, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's right there. So,
a lot of damage.
Well, I was going to say about Clanks, yeah. Do you think that this is going to be, so obviously Thunderclaw is going to be first. Should he actually get a Shrunken Head next? It's actually Valkyrie Prism was used right there, by the way, but I'm pretty sure they saw that. Yeah, Bubbles was a little too close to the creep wave, and so they picked up on it. Again, that's what makes Valkyrie Prism a little difficult sometimes to try to go for the 5-man gank. Bottom lane, though, Swiftblade is going to open it with the spin, put in some good auto attacks against Kronos. He has support coming over. This could be a big clash right here if the Hellborn team's not careful. Magnus wants to get in range, but he's just a little too far. But all of a sudden, everybody's down here for both sides. So the clash is still very possible. It's just a matter of who's going to come out on top if it happens.
We got ulti up on Engineer now. We got Fox ulti as well. So they could win this fight. But I still prefer to see them farm a little bit more before taking these team fights. Like, Magma Stun is still really strong at this point in the game. So, same goes for Andro's Comet and Swiftblade's Spin and whatnot. So, I would like to see them wait with these team fights until they have some items. Like, Flux is not that tanky either. But you were asking about Clanks?
Clanks, so, yeah, after the Thunderclaw, does he just go straight Shrunken, you think? Especially going up against this Legion lineup.
I don't know. Like, you also want to get something to deal with Swiftblade's ulti, Like, Sainus has been playing the Elder Parasite Pole Key, as Greyfix likes to do. So, if that happens, then you're also gonna need a Nullstone, or at least a Geobane. So I'm not sure. He's in a tough position. As I said, he needs a lot of farm before he really can cover all angles.
Yeah.
But he might decide to go for Shrunken Head early on. Yeah.
That was an arrow from the bottom lane, by the way. It actually hit Flux right there. He pulls them in. He's going to try to set up a turn with Flux coming in. Magnus stunts in, however, but still look at that damage. 75% damage reduction. What? It doesn't matter right there. Swiftblade, he spins on top of the Protected Melody, will mitigate plenty of it. Swiftblade, he is going to fall in the end, and now Tankafeh, he gets caught as he came back in trying to save the day. So, yeah, again, not 75% mitigated, but the point, you get the point right there. Even though the nerf happens, still able to do plenty. Definitely. And get the kill, and a beautiful setup in the end. Yeah, they went Flux initially, and it just did not work out.
Oh, the illusions.
Okay.
Shokan actually decided to not go not even 1 point in Steam Turret. He is going full out on mines.
I love it.
You love it?
Of course, 400 magic damage.
I mean, that's great, but you have a Kronos to sit up there and make people stand still and get slowed by the Steam Turret. I think
or you have a Kronos ultimate to just set up an easy 400 magic damage against multiple heroes.
I mean, sure, if you can clump them up in Flux and then send a mine in, it could like okay. There is possibilities. I'm gonna give you that. But yeah, we saw the Chronos set up on 2 heroes and just Magma's stunned in, and eventually died off with some small plays. But that was a really huge Chrono field. Definitely giving Clanks a lot of space. Like they had no spells left for him, so he just stood out and put in a lot of auto attacks.
Well,
I want to see the damage chart. Like he's at 10% now in hero damage, and before it was like Flux and Bubbles that was just sitting at 20 both. So Clanks is getting in there on the hero damage. That's good. That's a good sign for a Hellborn team here.
Absolutely. And yeah, again, watching the replay of that last fight, too. Again, that all started with a 5-second arrow on a Flux from the bottom lane. That's that change coming into play. But it obviously, it backfired in the end. So that's just another case why that change is just like, is it really the best? I mean, it just seems like it hasn't necessarily done a whole lot for him in the end. But, the fact that he also got the discharge off just before he died, that was the biggest deal because that put them in position to set up the Chronosphere as, of course, how that synergy works. So that was clearly a huge fight, and as you're getting at, you look at Certus, he actually, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the last fight kind of changing his mind, if anything, but he does go to Firebrand here, so he's going to continue a little bit more damage, a little bit more farm heavy.
I think he's going to go Geometus, so whenever Swift jumps him, he just pops his illusions, and they will tank the Swift ulti. That would be my guess, at least. He could also go for. I mean, he's not gonna go Dawnbringer. That would be super silly. So, yeah. Question is if he's going to build it straight into a Geo.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if he buys the Shrunken here first, because again, it's just this is a very heavy Shrunken-headed team. Like, you want to have it, honestly, against the Legion team. There's a lot of reasons for it. But at the same time, hey, if he's relying on his teammates enough, if they're able to get those jumps like they did last fight, of course, he won't need a Shrunken. But you can't guarantee that that's going to be the case in all these fights here. I'm more intrigued, though, to be honest, by Chronos, what he goes, because the role he's playing especially, could you even see as actually going to jump right here on a Valkyrie, and look at that mine coming out, it's not going to go off.
Sorry, Breaky, it didn't do anything.
What? How?
It looked great.
How does that work with the Chronosphere? I guess it doesn't go off until, after it, okay.
I think maybe the charge time on the mine was a little bit too long, so it didn't, seek out a target. I'm not sure.
It didn't even explode, it looked like.
I mean, it exploded on Valkyrie, who had 5 HP or something, because it disappeared. So it must have gone somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mine doesn't just disappear.
Yeah, that's funny. Going back to Chronos, though, do you think we could see that straight Resto Stone? I mean, is this the style of game for him for that, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think Resto Stone, basically the synergy between Chronos and Clanks is Chronos catches people, Clanks kills them in the bubble, and that would just get further improved by a refresher.
Yeah.
Resto Stone. And what did he just go? He went.
Ring a Teacher.
Oh,
so
Ring a Teacher.
I guess Abyssal Skull at least first.
Swiftblade might be in trouble.
Ooh, Kexon just missing. There's the slow coming out. That first hit. Bash, of course, not, I guess, RNG anymore, but still gets the bash off. But yeah, Swiftblade, he's eventually going to fall right here. Rhapsody coming out to guarantee it as Jim Curie gets credit for it. So, yeah, Swiftblade was very greedy right there. I mean, he's pushing this top secondary tower with no vision.
In his defense, though, Swiftblade is one of the heroes you can do that with, because you can just press spin and port out. But Chronos has this magical little thing called Curse of Ages that will make him bash you. So I think Saint realized a little bit too late that both Chronos' ulti and his bash will stop his TP, and then he was like, okay, I have to ulti here and hope for a kill, and I'm gonna die no matter what I do. I think that was his thought process there, because well, that's the only way you can justify him. Oh, Chronos.
Nice. Chronos. Oh, the lead from Luckman pulls it back in. Flux pulls him right back in. Clanks comes in with the auto attacks. Got there pretty late, though, because of the TPs. They are still going to pick off Magmus. Chronos is going to get a bash proc. No, he doesn't have it up. And Andromeda will get away in the end. But that looked pretty fun. Again, that's a synergy right there, no doubt. It's a great reaction from Imba Boy. But got pulled right back in. But yeah, only ends up with the kill on Magmus, though. Despite
Ibuboy
how much
was
they used.
telling his team in chat, in Skype chat, that, hey, yeah, boys, I got this. Look at that. I didn't get caught. And Flux was like, nope.
You
That
go
was
right back
amazing.
in.
He got, like, Kronos caught, I think, one guy in the ulti, and then Flux pulled the other two
Yeah.
guys into it.
Yep.
I was just, I mean, that's intense.
It's great synergy. Honestly, I don't know when we were seeing Kronos if we really saw Flux on
Valkyrie
top
ulti
of that. Is that a Prism? It is, yeah. Valkyrie Prism. The mines are going down, but again, they can't see. They don't have a bound or anything like that. Open on an Engineer. He can't get off the energy field. He's going to be bursted down. Swap on a Flux as well. And they get the kill onto him, so they're getting a couple of kills right here. And they want more Bubbles. A beautiful kill field. Clank's forced to stand his ground, put in the auto attacks. He gets the kill on a Bubbles at least. He will go down, though, in the long run with Rhapsody. And all of a sudden, Racing Gaming, they get 4 kills just like that. That's an example of Valkyrie Prism doing wonders there.
Yep.
On the other
There was
hand.
a huge fight, really awesome initiation, and good swap in from Andro, and then Bubbles coming in. He could have caught everyone in the ulti. That was a little bit unfortunate, but still, they got the important target. They got Clanks killed, they got Flux killed, and Kronos didn't get any kills, so him staying alive is not a big deal. Looks like Kronos is going to be going Abyssal Skull, so that's for farming. I know that for sure, but
Yeah.
still, if he's gonna build it into a resto stone, that's gonna be a little bit funky. I think it's more suitable for him to go like something that makes him hit hard at this point when he choose to go for the Abyssal.
Well, I mean, it's the idea again. Getting the team fight items. No one else is really that great of a candidate for an Abyssal Skull, to be fair. I mean, I guess maybe the Flux, and I guess the secondary support, but Kronos it does make sense on. He gets the benefit from with the lifesteal even, and still then transitioning into Resto Stone. I mean, I could personally still see. I don't think it guarantees that it needs to be going a hard hitting.
Swiftblade did go the build I was talking about earlier. He has his Elder Parasite.
Oh, okay.
He's waiting for his Polo Key. He is. I've seen Sane build like this in scrims as well.
He doesn't.
It's
or Abyssal Skull though. On top of that, isn't usually the case.
I didn't mention it earlier. I wasn't 100% sure he was gonna do it because I haven't seen him build Abyssal on Swift before the Elder Parasite. But I mean, more lifesteal is better, I guess. But it does mean that he doesn't have his Polo Key at this point in the game where he normally would have it. But I mean, Abyssal early on is pretty strong as well. That's what is it? It's 5 armor to your team, base damage enhancement, and also lifesteal. Barely, you almost can't say no to that.
Yeah, no, Abyssal Skull you usually want to get every game. I mean, there's really very rarely games where it just doesn't make sense, of course. So they're going to be scouting out with some illusions right here. You see Rhapsody, of course, that is an illusion on the front lines. See if they can find anybody. But as you see on the mini map, the Legion team playing it pretty safe. Ibuboy, by the way, we haven't talked too much about him as far as his farm, especially. Flux with the pull in there to scout things out and realizing where they are.
And that's an Valkyrie's Prism used right after.
Did they? They did, yeah.
Yep.
Are they going to get the jump though? I don't know if they are, unfortunately. I think they're just a little too far away. Yeah, he's been having a trap over here.
Yeah,
it's a lot of damage, man. It was at 5 mines. Jeez. Oh
Magnus.
man,
Magnus is running in.
Magnus, poor Magnus.
There we go.
Literally talking about it, and he runs right into it. I love it. So Tanka Fed dead, and now obviously the Hellborn team, they want to really pick a fight here. With Magnus being dead, he would not have a buyback either. The dust comes out. They're going to spot Andromeda. He's a little fast, though, with those Striders, and he has a tablet. So he is fine.
But they did see him placing that ward. That was a little bit greedy from here. He just placed the ward on the vision, and then, I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised that that ward will get countered like as soon as Yukubik gets over. And Yukubik has Invis on his Ironstone, which we haven't mentioned, but he has an Ironstone, and he just picked up an Invis, which is really great. Like some of the runes are not that great with the Ironstone, but Invis is sweet.
Yeah.
That is possibly going to set up some kills at least. Now they're gonna go Kong again. Andy is out of mana, but he has 2 mines ready. Gonna have a 3rd one up soon. I don't think Recent Gaming want to run into that though.
This is where the Abyssal Skull also comes into play pretty well. You know, the nice lifesteal on him against Kongor, and gonna help make this a lot easier. Now, oh, they're running over the arrow. Oh, man, that nearly hit him. He almost ran right into it.
Oops.
But he did not. They're going to get it killed in the end. Oh, the bubbles! He ran right into the mine trap. He poured it right into it. The Chronosphere in the background. And the Homer team off to a great start. Swiftblade is being locked down. He can't even press R, damn it. Is he going to die in the end? It looks like it. No, he's barely alive. Magnus tuns in with the eruption. He gets the Swift Ashes. No, it's going to be canceled immediately, whatever that was. Finally falls in the background, but Clanks is still, no, he's going to die, actually. Got a little too committed right there, but Token, of course, bringing him right back up. Down goes Andromeda. Magma's going to fall as well. And it's a genocide for Team Who. They lost the Token, but they will take that. Those mines, sure can, is on top of these mines, man. Just knows exactly where to put them, apparently. I love it.
I mean, this is Team Who being really close to taking the series.
Oh,
and
not the series,
bouncing.
no. It's best of 5.
It's okay, fair enough. But they're getting a good lead at least.
Yeah.
And this series is super important for Recent Gaming. They're gonna be out if they lose this.
Yeah, no, this is
I mean, the group stages has what, $6K in winnings.
6,000, and then come on, I had the replay. Oh god, the bubbles. I feel so bad for him. He literally jumped right on top of the mines. Like he went nowhere around it. He went up right on top of the mine trap. How much? Because yeah, 6 mines. You're looking at 2,400 magic damage right there from those mines. So good luck surviving through that. But anyways, yes, it's $6,000 for these groups that are giving out through all the games and everything, and then 14,000 for the bracket stage.
One of these teams are going to be missing out on a chance to win a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's like Recent Gaming, I think it's safe to say that they are the... Oh, teamfight mid coming.
Possibly. Kronos, he leaps away though. Going to be fine for now. Meanwhile, off to the side, they will catch Rhapsody, but will it matter in the end? Energy field, there's a flux pull through as well. Valkyrie taking a lot of damage off the bat. She's in trouble, has to leap away. Andromeda also falls in the end. Swiftblade can't do much. He goes down, he popped the other Parasite. And it's a case like that, it really didn't do him a whole lot because he was basically just being pounded into with auto attacks and not putting out damage himself. So that's pretty much the case you don't want to use it. And he dropped pretty quickly. So another couple of pickoffs there for Team Who. And things are just continuing to come together more and more. And again, you have a Clanks who now has that shrunken as Bubbles will make the getaway in the end. But it looks like Resto Stone is also in the works for Kronos.
I think Flux just right-clicked the Frostwall, by the way.
Did he really?
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
that's going to make him almost impossible to kill for this Legion team.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw a Frostwall pop up.
I mean, he's farming 400 gold per minute, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, top lane. They're going to pick off Valkyrie. The leap. Nope. God, it lasts forever. The Chronosphere is how long at this? 5 seconds. Jeez, that's right.
Okay, maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I'm hallucinating because he is not.
He might have got the pattern before.
Maybe he got the pattern.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
But it's going to be coming though. And of course, it is a good item on him.
Yeah, definitely. But Clanks is he is. Are you really going Dawnbringer?
Huh. Well, he went the Frostburn. I don't know if he has to go Dawnbringer. No, he'll just split this up.
Is he going to build it into a Frostwolf and
yeah,
Geo?
Frostwolf and Geos, yeah.
That could work, I suppose. But yeah, I guess it will work since Clanks is going to be tanky and he's going to hit sort of fast. But it's not, in my opinion, it's not a very good carry combination usually because it doesn't give you a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
Clanks natively have a lot of magic damage, however, but oh well, it's okay. And I think they're still like, I think you could build pretty much anything and they would still win. They're pretty far ahead, and Kronos is working on his Resto Stone.
Yep.
So as long as Kronos lands some great ultis, then as long as interesting.
So he's sitting on the Frostburn, and now he's just going to Wingbow. Yeah, Wingbow as usual on a range carry. So I mean, it is a very good pickup. So
yeah,
let's take advantage of that here.
Kronos is only the pattern away from the Restoration Stone.
Yep. Flux is over too.
Huh. Okay.
It's a good combo.
So you don't want to see you don't want to see Slasky do a pick up Frostwolf at this point. And he's gonna...
The Valkyrie Prism was spotted by the Ward of Sight right there, but Engineer still was greedy enough to say that. Okay, I guess they didn't spot it, because, yeah, this would not be happening later. But Kling survives, and he gets the team support. The energy field comes out, because he's able to hold his ground, put in the auto attacks, and somehow do work right here. The protected Melody save the day as well. He finally goes down. Kronos, no portal key from Tankafet. Great reaction on his part, at least, and trying to make the run now. And we'll see. It looks like, yeah, he's going to be just too far. Kronos wants... God, that time loop goes far, man. Has a portal key in 1 second, though, and he's going to be able to make the getaway. So well played right there by Tankafet. I'm surprised Kling's lived as long as he did.
That's strong and hit, man.
The way he got
that
jumped,
saved
yeah.
his ass for so long.
Yeah.
And they had to pay. Was it a 2-for-1?
It was a 2-for-1, yeah. Andrew and Swiftblade.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be for Legion, but they're really far behind. Like XP 20k behind at this point. And this is when the Hellborn side's strat just gets stronger and stronger. Like the NG field plus Flux with Kronos as well. Like they have everything going for them right now. Recent Gaming's lineup working on pickoffs early on. It's about too late for that now. They have to. They didn't get items enough to build into a solid mid lane, and now they're looking at. They're facing a teamfight lineup without, like, good teamfight.
Yeah.
They
got solid team fight, but yeah, not comparable to the Hellborn set.
I mean, yeah, okay. When I think teamfight, I think like the Tempest ulti, the Kraken ulti, Flux combo wombos.
Yeah.
Clanks.
This time again, he's getting caught. Yeah, this time he's not popping a shrunken head. So nice find there. The Valkyrie Prism again comes through.
I think they failed their stun succession on Clank's last fight, and he got out at the end of it with popped a shrunken and then just ran away. This time around, not happening.
He does not have a buyback, so I don't think they're going to be able to push into the base necessarily, but they are going to get a secondary tower here. Kongor should be up here in the near future.
Yeah. I don't think that kill really did anything more than, just getting the second tier tower.
Yeah.
Kronos is 200 away from his pattern. All right, 500 now.
Just about there. What about Valkyrie? Valkyrie though, she's leveling up the shield breaker, even getting that to level 3 here.
Yeah. Shield breaker that's when you're in this position and Valkyrie has a shield breaker at this point in the game, that's a panic move. That's Imberborg realizing they do not have enough damage. He has to go for the shield breaker. It's not because he wants to go for the shield breaker, he just has to. And usually when you see a carry forced to do that, Imberborg just stole that Minotaur. That was not cool, bro. Anyway, when the carry is forced into a shield breaker, they're usually under a lot of pressure, which they are in this game, evidently. So I mean, he has to. That's the only thing I can say about it. He has to go this, else they're not gonna have enough damage. But there's a lot of items that he still needs to really carry this game.
Yeah. Clanks is, again, he's been sitting on that Dancing Blade now for a little bit here, working towards the wing bow, so trying to get that farm going. He's dropped in GPM quite a bit because of these 2 deaths he's had recently here, no doubt, but he's still leading the game with this.
I think he has one of the items for Ringbow in his stash.
Yeah.
And there we go, that's a Restoration Stone.
Yep. Oh man, we have geez, the Valkyrie Prism. They have no clue. Flux gonna be jumped down, and immediately after that goes down. Energy field comes out though, and Andromeda off to the side gonna be going down. Shuriken is up on a Kling, stun in the background from Magnus, but off to the side, Bubbles gets picked up as well. Kronos field is locking out Swiftblade. He's able to pop the Swift Slash off the wall. Look at the rerun procs, as well as the Protective Melody in the background. Swiftblade goes down. And a 3-for-1, make it a 4-for-1 exchange. Valkyrie, the sole survivor, and she's already the hell on out of there. So despite, again, they had the jump on a Flux, but it's like, that's probably the worst target that they can jump, to be honest.
If they don't kill him, yeah. But in this case, they did kill him. It's just, Clanks is the one they need to go for at this point. He is dealing too much damage to be ignored. He killed people while, they got the kill on Flux really fast. That was good. But Clanks was just sitting behind them with the Kronos ulti and killing them off one by one. You need to focus on Clanks. He's the main source of the damage on this team. And let's take a look at the damage chart. Look at that. Clanks is 20% overall hero damage in this game. And it's only going to keep rising. you need to lock this hero down in team fights, or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, killing Fox is good because that kind of shuts down the NG Fox combination, but it's not enough. You need to go for the clanks. And as I was saying earlier with the shield breaker pickup, like Valkyrie doesn't have a shrunken. If she gets pulled into NG ulti, she's in trouble. So
Oh,
she would
that's
really like
true,
to.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't leap away. She's gonna be purged. So she would really like to have a shrunken head, but I mean, as I said, she's forced into this shield breaker to deal enough damage.
Yeah.
Mid lane.
Middle lane, they catch Kronos here. Arrow comes out. It is going to miss. This pull from Flux. Kronos with a second Chronosphere used. It's only locking in Andromeda, but it will get the kill. Magnus dead as well. Swiftblade. A hat trick for Certes. And Kronos going to chase for more, but let's just say the game's over. GG, well played. Game 2 goes to Team Who. And that means they're up 2-0 now. Again, it's a best of 5, guys, so there's still games left. But Team Who up 2-0 against Reason Gaming here, on the verge of a sweep, and they are playing very well. Honestly, some of the best I've seen from them.
Yeah, I mean, they're on a roll here. Actually, I have a Breaky. Are you ready for this?
What's that?
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
They sure are Breaky, and you know what? They're taking some reasonable wins here. Looking forward to the game 3, where Reason might make a comeback. I'm sorry, I've been waiting for this
I'm
the whole time.
face-palming right now hard.
I'm sorry.
It was
you can
clever.
wrap it up, man.
It was clever.
Thank you.
I will give you that. All right. But yes, Team Who, they are here. They are here to play, and right now they're up 2-0 against Reason Gaming. So that's gotta sting a little bit for Reason too, knowing that they actually had a decent lead earlier on, and it seemed like things were connecting, and they were going to start building that momentum there, but it didn't work. Certes did find his farm. They got a couple of pretty big Chronos fields, and man, is Chronos a hero that's underestimated, do you think? Because that nerf really scared a lot of teams away from him, but it's still so powerful.
I mean, the reason Chronos is doing so well this game